Hello, and welcome to today's daily Leetcode challenge. We'll be solving question 198, House Robber. So this is a medium level question, and the description goes as follows. That you're a professional robber planning to rob houses along a street. Each house has a certain amount of money stashed. The only constraint stopping you from robbing each house is that the adjacent houses have security system connected and will automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses are broken into on the same night. Given that we have the integer array nums representing the amount of money of each house, return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. So, in my own words, I have a street of houses. I can rob any house in one night, with the restriction that if I rob two adjacent houses, then the police get called on me and I get arrested. So without getting arrested, meaning that without robbing two adjacent houses, what is the maximum number of houses or money that I can win? In CS terms, this would be just picking out the maximum number of picking up the maximum from nums without choosing any two adjacent numbers. And well, on first glance, it seems like we could just pick out all the evens or all the odds, because that would guarantee that there's no two indices that are one-to-one. But what you could also notice, is that you could theoretically have a portion of the array that gets picked up with odds and the other one with evens. So for example, if this was a 10 and this was another 10, then we would actually, in this portion of the array, we would be picking up the odds, and in this portion of the array, we would be picking up the evens. So we sort of need to dynamically adjust what we're taking from the array, either the evens or the odds. Okay, so how would one do this? Well, it's pretty clear to me that this is a dynamic programming problem. I have to build up this knowledge, this current knowledge of what is the maximum amount of money that I'm going to win, depending on which index I'm including. And so, for example, if I was to start building up this DP structure, then I would say that DP of 0 is going to be 1, DP of 1 is going to be 2, DP of 3, well, now I have to calculate the current amount of money that I'm going to win, but now it's going to look back, I will have to look back at the previous money that I would have won if I was to include that, right? So I would look at 3, and then I would look at what are the other two, or what is the other thing that I have to include in this winning. And so it's going to be 3 plus 1, so DP of 2 is going to be 4, and then finally DP of 3 is going to be looking at the previous, and the prev. So 2 times prev, 3 times prev. And here you would also see that it's a 3. So, I mean, what we could do is we could have the previous be equal and the previous equal to 0, and then for n in nums, we could say that temp is going to be equal to, and let's just say that we're starting from this guy, from the 4th. Previous, or no, let's say current. Previous is going to be let's see, max of prev plus n, or just prev. Then I'm going to reset prev to be prev and prev to be current. and return the current. Should be it. We're simply just going back and looking at, we're shifting what we're calculating by 1, right? So this is the temp, and for this 3, I'm looking at, the previous and the previous, and getting what is my current maximum going to be, right? It's either going to be the pref plus the current, or just prev. Submit this. I mean, this is an extremely common DP problem, and no wonder